Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here to share my August book Bujo setup. This is the Park Lane journal from Joann's with the foiled gold butterflies that I've been using this whole year. And looking at how far I am into this year, if you can see this, where the bookmark is, I suspect I should be able to finish out 2022 in this journal with plenty of pages left. It's quite a thick journal, I think 96 pages of paper, so 190 actual pages. Anyway, so in terms of the front, making good progress on all of these things. As you can see, I'm filming this quite early in July, but I'm busy, so that's what we're doing. But I'm making good progress, keeping up with books in Lala. I just need a J and an X on the Read the Alphabet Challenge. So if you know any books that start with J or X that you really enjoyed, let me know down below what those are, because I would love to hear so that I can try to read them. I'm also making good progress on the Pop Sugar Challenge. You can't really see the yellow that I used one of the months, but I only have a few of these prompts left as well. This Twin Town Sister City situation, I probably already fulfilled these because like London and New York City are sister cities, but of course I didn't like fill them in, so it doesn't count. But I'll get there. I'll finish the rest of these, I think. Probably the hardest ones for me to fulfill are the ones that are left, just because I don't read these kinds of books all the time, things like that. This one is probably the easiest one left for favorite prompt from a past Pop Sugar reading challenge, because literally I can just, basically any book will cover it. Anyway, and then I've also completed the Creating & Co. 2022 challenge. I haven't been doing her quarterly challenges, but I did complete this one. Moving forward, I want to share where I am in July. We'll start with my June book stats, since you didn't see that in the previous video. Pretty good overall reading. 41% own voices, which was nice. I would like to get that a little bit higher, but I do think that was still pretty good overall. And then I also got these two backwards, so I just crossed this out because I just don't really care. It's fine. And I read almost 9,000 pages in June. Definitely whatever-a-thon helped. I'm also almost done board 2 of Summer of Swoon. I will definitely finish this before the end of July, because I only have 3 left. I might even be starting board 3 still in July, depending on how things go. I'm traveling at the end of the month, so I probably won't read that much, but I should at least finish this. I definitely can finish 3 books by the end of the month, even with traveling, since I still have a couple days before I leave, all of that good stuff. Here is the start of my July, which apparently is where I stuck the bookmark for reasons I don't really understand. I finished Questathon. I didn't fill in the week 3 challenge because apparently remembering to do that is too much work, but I'm skipping them all with the bow and arrow anyway, so I will try to fill that in, but it's not the end of the world if I don't. But I got all of this one done. I also completed the Kingdom Hearts readathon. This was really fun. It was one of those kind of choose your own adventure kinds of readathons. And then this is just the things I've been reading this month. Got a pretty good amount of reading done. Probably the one that's going to stick with me the most is The Five by Haley Rubenhold, which is about the 5 canonical victims of Jack the Ripper, and about their lives and how we shouldn't remember them just as prostitutes, because they weren't really, or at least most of them weren't, and I think definitely a good read. I'm also currently in the middle of the Love in the Night readathon, so I popped this page in. I've read 5 paranormal romances so far this week. I'm working on another one. I'm probably going to stop after that because just too many in a row is tiring for me. I can't really read too much of one subgenre in a row. But I'll probably finish the one I'm working on at least. And then I have this page that I've been including what I've been reading. I have these 2 pages to fill in more of what I'm reading because I don't think there's going to be enough space here. I think I'm only going to fit 1 more book here probably, but this should be more than enough space. And then these 2 pages are for my stats. If I have extra space on these 2 pages, I'll just put quotes or something like that. And then we get into the August setup. So here is the third Summer of Swoon book. I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry if you can hear noises in the background. The third Summer of Swoon board, and then my list to see what I'm actually reading. And then here's my like main cover page. I took inspiration from Riley Autumn, who does a lot of this kind of thing. So, and this kind of lettering, the stacked and also the kind of like dual tone. I will link her channel below so that you can check out some of what she's been doing. She does a lot of Bujo setups that are super fun to watch. So that's kind of my like simple but summary setup here. And then I just abbreviated important and priority because there's not enough space there. And then also to tell you what pens I'm using for all of this. I use these two Tombos. This is 755 and 743 for all of this stuff. And then I added in this neon pink mild liner. I can't tell you what color it is because the color name is written in Japanese, but neon pink. And then also I used, these are one of the I Buy Am fine liners that I've been using quite a bit in this hot pink color. I use that as well. So this page, I haven't filled anything in yet, but my priority reads will be whatever arcs I have, and then important dates will be whatever kind of comes up that's gonna block my ability to read. I don't think I have a lot going on in August, just busy with work, but I'll fill that in if that changes kind of thing. In terms of readathons that I'm doing, I have 2 month-long readathons. The first is the magical readathon. I'm gonna go after the Dreamwalker calling. In previous years, I've just ignored the callings and I've tried to do all 36 prompts for the magical readathon in August. This year, I'm gonna be a little more chill because there's just a lot of things going on and a lot of readathons. So for magical readathon, I'm going after the Dreamwalker calling. It's 8 books that I need to read. So I filled in what those 8 challenges are. And then I don't know if you can really see on the camera, but in pencil, I put in a couple notes on some books that I might read to fulfill those prompts. And then trying my best to overlap it with the other month-long readathon I'm doing, which is Pick Pongathon, hosted by Bomb Book Reviews. I did the random number generator version of doing my throws because I just didn't have the like red cups and ping pong balls available. So rather than go out and buy things because I just was lazy / busy, I just did the random number generator. That resulted in 8 throws. I started with 5 and ended up with 3 extras. And then technically I ended up with a 4th extra, but my reward was -1 book. So thank goodness. 8 books. I had to pick these ahead of time because that's how you do Pick Pongathon. So these are the 8 books I'm reading. I do still have a gap here in the buddy read spot because I don't have any planned buddy reads for August, but I know that I'm going to end up doing something there. So I'm waiting for people to post their TBRs and also some of the books for book clubs and things like that. And then I'm going to pick one of those and fill that in. But the rest of them, I've picked the books already. And then I put little spots for check marks so that I can fill that in. And then at the beginning of August, I'm also going to do the Romance Takeover Readathon. I decided to join Team Light since it's light versus dark. I don't really know why I made my board this gigantic, but I apparently decided that's what I was going to do, so that's what I did. I filled in a good chunk of the gray or neutral prompts, as well as some of the light prompts to make my overall board. I felt like that was what was going to get me the best chance of success. This is just for the first week, so we shall see. I'm going to try to pull as many books as I can from this Pick Pongathon list and or ones that'll fulfill my magical readathon prompts, but are still romances that fulfill the light requirements and will help with this. All that good stuff. I know that I'll have plenty of time to get reading done in the rest of the month too, but still, we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to work on that as well for that first week and hopefully get some good romance done. That'll also help towards Summer of Swoon and hopefully finishing board 3. So that is kind of everything. Definitely a lot going on, but It should be a fun month. Let me know down below what readathons you're participating in. Also, if you have any books that you're really excited to read, or if you have any books that you would suggest for the buddy read prompt. So if you know of any like book clubs or reading groups or anything like that, I'm also going to loosely interpret it as buddy read. So if anybody has a book on their TBR that they're posting for the month, I'll probably just count that if I also read it, because I don't usually actively buddy read. It just doesn't usually work out for me. But yeah, let me know all of that stuff down below. As always, also please like and subscribe below if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. It helps me out. And then follow me on Instagram at Creative Life of Liz. You can see bits and pieces of this planner and what I'm reading, what's going on in my life, also bits and pieces of my other planners. I tag shops when it's applicable, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.